Hey. Alright, let's do this. Yeah, this is all fine. This is all fine. Alright, hi, I'm Leo K. This is my favorite game ever made. I don't know how many of you know that, but this is actually just like my favorite video game ever. So, yeah, like this straight up is my favorite game ever, like of all time. Like not just Assassin's Creed, like all games. Alright, Butter, tomorrow I will do this for you way earlier. You let me know what's a good time for you, literally just like DM me, and I'll be like, I'll stream just for you. Or like at least I will start the stream just for you, to make it up for you today. Because I did you pretty dirty, streaming the beginning so late. You're welcome, daughter. I'm glad to help. Hello, William. Hello, Quest. Hello, Tech. Hello, JC. Trevi. I applied my
heart to know wisdom, and to know madness and folly. I perceive that this also was a chasing after wind. For in much wisdom is much grief. And he that increaseth knowledge increaseth sorrow.
So sick.
We've got a problem.
I will play Metal Gear, yes. I have MGS5. Perry and I are good friends.
He's rejecting the treatment, retreating.
Desmond, I need you to try and relax.
Let me try and stabilize him.
Focus. Listen to the sound of my voice. Recognize that what you're seeing isn't real. Just a picture of the past. It can't hurt you.
Damn it, it's not working.
Give it a moment, mister. He'll adjust. The first time is never easy.
We're losing him.
That's enough, Miss Stillman.
We need to pull him out. Now.
All right, Desmond. We're going to try and bring you out now.
You okay?
I told you he'd be fine.
Bastards!
Now, I just saved your life.
Saved my life? You kidnapped me. You strapped me into that thing.
Animus. It's an animus.
I don't even know you people. Why are you doing this to me?
You have information we need, Mr. Miles.
Information? I'm a bartender, for Christ's sakes. What do you want me to do? Teach you how to mix a martini?
We know who you are, what you are.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Don't play coy with me. There isn't time. You're an assassin. And whether you realize it or not, you've got something that my employers want. Locked away in that head of yours.
But I'm not an assassin. Not anymore.
Yes, your file indicated as much. Something about an escape. Most fortunate for us.
What do you want from me?
For you to do as you're told. The Animus will allow us to locate what we need. Once we have it, you'll be free to go.
I am not going back in there.
Then we'll induce a coma and continue our work. When we're done, you'll be left to die. Truth be told, the only reason you're still conscious is because this approach saves us time.
God, Abstergo used to be
You're
so
insane.
evil.
So what is it, Mr. Miles? Live or die?
Also, you guys are gonna shit bricks when I get
Lie
to
down.
Assassin's Creed 3 and play the present-day sections in that game.
A wise decision.
Hello, Fetish. I assume that's how you pronounce your name, but I could be completely wrong, in which case,
Where am
correct
I?
me.
You're inside the
What's the
Animus.
best stealth game in your opinion?
Which is...
It's a projector that renders genetic memories in 3 dimensions.
genetic memory.
Seems you'll need a bit of a tutorial. Very well. We'll start simple. What is a memory, Mr. Miles?
It's the recollection of a past event.
Specific to the individual remembering the event.
Yeah, sure.
What if I told you that the human body not only housed an individual's memory, but the memories of his ancestors as well? Genetic memory, if you will. Migration, hibernation, reproduction. How do animals know when and where to go? What to do?
Yeah, I could
just
be
animal
voicing
Now
along
you're
with the whole
arguing
script because I've
semantics,
memorized
Mr.
all of it.
Miles. Whatever you call it,
That used to
the
piss
fact
people off, though.
remains. These creatures hold knowledge absent the requisite first-hand experience. I've spent the past 30 years trying to understand why. I discovered something most fascinating. Our DNA functions as an archive. It contains not only genetic instructions passed down from previous generations, but memories as well. The memories of our ancestors.
God, this game is so
And the
sick.
Animus lets you decode and read these
Oh my
DNA
God.
files.
Precisely.
Oof.
But there's a problem. This is the
God,
specific memory
Assassin's
we're trying to
Creed.
access. Unfortunately, when we try and open the memory, your mind withdraws. You lack the confidence to step into your ancestor's body. That's what happened earlier. You got knocked out of the target memory and pushed back to a more stable state.
Why?
It's your subconscious. It's resisting. We've found similar reactions among patients who undergo hypnosis to relive traumatic events. They can't jump directly into the specific memory. They need to be eased in. Even then, there can be problems.
So how do we fix it?
We find a memory you can synchronize with, and we move forward from there. You'll get used to it.
Oh,
This is the closest we can get, so it's where we'll have to start.
baby.
I'm uploading the tutorial program now.
I can't. It's so.
Warning. Data stream unstable.
Oh shit, and this is sick. Like, I love the Animus voice. It's like, you are currently dangerously close to desynchronization. Following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life will assist you with staying in sync. And I just fucking go crazy because I love it so much.
Attempting to restore synchronization. Hello, Subject 17. This tutorial has been prepared in order to better acclimate you to the Animus's control system. Instructions will follow shortly. The synchronization bar represents how in sync you are with your ancestors' memories. If you ever fall completely out of sync, the Animus will restore you to your last synchronized position.
It justifies
You are
everything in the
currently
story.
dangerously close to desynchronization.
What?
Please follow all forthcoming instructions in order to restore system stability.
Note, not a health bar.
The Animus utilizes a puppeteering concept to control the actions of your ancestor. I'm loading subroutines to validate your body's adaptation to the Animus.
The people who made this game are such Matrix fanboys. Like,
input.
now you gotta play exactly like Altaïr and never get hit. I have to never get hit, I have to
While
never
standing still,
kill
use the head
civilians.
button to observe your environment. Good. Use your empty hand to walk through these jar carriers without causing them to drop what they're holding. Proceed to the marker to continue the synchronization
See, like, they were
process.
in the early games, there were fail states that didn't have to do with losing, with taking damage or whatever. There were fail states that involved, like, disrupting the society around you excessively. Whereas, like, now it just doesn't fucking matter. Now just mercenaries come after you. It's stupid.
Well done. The Animus differentiates between two fundamental actions: low profile and high profile.
Yes.
Low profile actions are socially acceptable. High profile actions are more action oriented. Hold the high profile button to see how your heads up display changes the context of the puppeteering inputs. Excellent. We will continue your synchronization process by testing some high-profile actions. Grab and throw this individual onto the marker by using the empty hand button in
And the
high
markers
profile.
are like DNA chains. Ugh, so sexy.
Good. Using your legs button in high profile will allow you to sprint. Sprinting is useful to escape from soldiers or to get closer to a fleeing target. However, be careful not to bump into anyone, for you can lose your balance and tumble to the ground. While sprinting, reach the marker before this man does.
Let's fucking go!
Well done. The Animus will also provide other important information. The social status icon gives you information on your social status.
Oof.
The different states will be explained in context soon.
Oh my god.
This icon appears when a soldier is looking at you. The yellow color means the soldier is either unaware or suspicious of who you are. To illustrate the change in awareness level, you will stealth assassinate this soldier.
Oof.
First,
Oof.
lock onto your target.
Oof.
Now,
Select your hidden blade. Oh my god, I'm dying.
With your blade selected, walk up to the soldier and assassinate him by using your armed hand button.
I'm sorry, I'm just... I love this game. Like,
Where are
you have to
I know you're here
understand.
somewhere.
The dead body has alerted the soldier and changed his awareness to informed, as represented by the red witness indicator. Aggressive actions or socially unacceptable behavior undertaken at this time will likely provoke an armed response. Provoke this soldier. Notice how the social status icon has changed to exposed. Use the ladder and try to break the line of sight.
I'm catching up to you.
No, you're not. I threw you, like, away from my objective. Moron.
Excellent. The line of sight has been broken. Now, run into the roof garden to hide from the soldier. Good. Your social status indicates that you are hidden, but the soldier is still looking for you. Wait until your social status changes again.
To hell with this. I've better things to do.
Look at this, man. All these little, like... Oof.
Well done. The soldier has lost your track. You are now anonymous, and you can exit the hide spot.
Reinitializing. Just, you constantly get these little reminders that you're in a machine. I love this shit. How can you not adore this? It's so good.
Excellent.
It's so fucking cyberpunky and great.
Being anonymous will fill your synchronization bar and make your job as an assassin easier. There are different places which you can use to hide. However, you must always break the line of sight first, and then use a hide spot to vanish.
Ugh. Fuck your immersion. It enhances my immersion. It's about my immersion now. Fuck the casuals. I don't want to be in a machine. Well, that's too bad. Desmond doesn't want to be in a machine either.
Let us continue with a demonstration of blend.
Oh.
Blend
Oh.
can be activated with
Blend.
the passive use of your legs.
Holy
You
shit.
can mimic a scholar and pass through soldiers without arousing suspicion.
Oh my god.
Use this to reach the marker behind the soldiers.
Oh, blend. Are you fucking kidding me? Oh my god. Dude, look at this shit. Look at me, I'm praying. I look like a monk. You have no idea who I am. I could kill all of you, like, right now, and you wouldn't even know.
Good.
You would have no idea. Whew.
Now
Assassin's
that you are fully
Creed.
synced, a new ability is available to you.
Oh shit.
Referred to as Eagle Vision,
Oh.
this sixth sense helped your ancestor understand the intentions of people around him.
Oh. The sixth sense. Oh my god. Dude, Eagle Vision used to be so sick. Now it doesn't mean anything. It's just like, oh yeah, whatever, see people through walls. Fuck it, you know? Who cares?
Remember, Eagle Vision will only be available once you are fully synced.
Because it's like your ultimate skill.
Please note that following the Assassin's Creed, your ancestors' way of life will assist you in staying in sync. The Creed consists of 3 tenets.
Oof.
First, never hurt an innocent person. Second, always be discreet. Third, do not compromise the clan. Should you lose sync, you can restore synchronization by reliving key moments of your ancestor's life, or by respecting the creed.
Like, following the Assassin's Creed
You
is
have successfully
gameplay.
completed the tutorial.
Oh,
The most
beautiful.
memory block will now be loaded.
Beautiful. Oh, God. It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
Wait! There must be another way. This one need not die.
An excellent kill. Fortune favors your blade.
Not fortune, skill.
Skill.
Watch a while longer and you might learn something.
Indeed. He'll teach you how to disregard everything the Masters taught us.
And how would you have done it?
I would not have drawn attention to us. I would not have taken the life of an innocent. What I would have done is follow the creed.
Nothing is true. Everything is permitted.
Understand these words.
It matters not how we complete our task, only that it's done.
But this is not the way of...
My way is better.
I will scout ahead. Try not to dishonor us further.
What is our mission? My brother would say nothing to me. Only that I should be honored to have been invited.
The Master believes the Templars have found something beneath the Temple Mount.
Treasure?
I do not know. All that matters is the Master considers it important. Else he would not have asked me to retrieve it.
And then, like, that slow camera fade back to, like, you know, back to, like, whew. Oh my god. Oh yeah, I'll be reading memory logs a lot. Here, you're right, let's actually check it out immediately. Al-Mualim has sent me into the ruins beneath Solomon's temple. He seeks an artifact held here by the Templars. But why me? Errands such as this are the providence of novices. Worse yet, he's asked I babysit Malik and Qadr. They'd best not get in my way. Hello guys, are you gonna 100% every game?
There.
No.
That must be the Ark.
That would take too long.
The Ark of the Covenant?
Don't be silly. There's no such thing. It's just
a story.
Then what is it?
Quiet! Someone's coming.
I want us through this gate before sunrise. The sooner we possess it, the sooner we can turn our attention to those jackals at Masyaf.
Robert de Sable. His life is mine.
No. We were asked to retrieve the treasure and deal with Robert only if necessary.
He stands between us and it. I'd say it's necessary.
Discretion, Altaïr.
You mean
Cowardice.
That man is our greatest enemy. And here we have a chance to be rid of him.
Fucking
You have
Altaïr,
already
dude!
broken 2 tenets of our creed. Now you would break the 3rd. Do not compromise the Brotherhood.
I am your superior, in both title and ability. You should know better than to question me.
Man, he turns from such an asshole into, like, the most wise and, like, kind person. It's unbelievable.
Hold, Templars! You are not the only ones with business
here.
Well, this explains my missing man. And what is it you want?
Also, I love this. He doesn't say blood until you click the assassinate button.
Blood.
Oof.
No!
Ah.
You know not the things in which you meddle, assassin. I spare you only that you may return to your master and deliver a message. The Holy Land is lost to him and his. He should flee now while he has the chance. Stay, and all of you will die.
Oh god, I love this game. Holy shit. Ah, the inciting incident. This is the moment in which he loses everything. Whew, man. Blood for the blood god. Also, like, I'm gonna do that thing, make that comparison that people, you know, told me one time, where, you know, Altaïr ibn Lahad means the flyer, or flying eagle and son of none. And in AC Origins, Medunamun accuses Bayek of being father to nobody. And I know I've mentioned this before, but just because there's some new people here, maybe it can blow your mind. So Bayek of Siwa, right, the father to no one, like father to nobody, founds the Hidden Ones, which is then eventually, you know, revamped and upgraded and inherited by the son of no one. It's fucking badass. Like, it makes sense. Like, it's so cool.
Skipping part of memory to a more recent one.
Yeah, just Ibn Lahad means son of no one. So Umar would have been Umar ibn Lahad as well.
Altaïr, you've returned.
Raouf.
You can actually walk away from this guy if you keep
I
moving.
trust your mission was a success.
Is the master in his tower?
And now you have free
Yes,
camera.
buried in his books as always. No doubt he expects you.
My thanks, brother.
Safety and peace, Altaïr.
On you as well.
And it's like he's here and he's all kind of, he's kind of down, you know, he's kind of tense. Like, he realizes that he fucked up. He knows that everything is gonna go to hell now. And he's just coming home and he's like, fuck, like, what am I gonna tell Al-Mualim now? God damn it.
Why is he running around? How reckless can one be?
And like, this game really gave you the feeling that the Hashashin were like a goddamn cult, dude. Like, these guys are not good people. Like, these guys are fucking terrifying. They've got this fortress, like, in the mountains, like, it's crazy. You do not want to be against these guys. Failure, but I am not to blame. Had Malik not restrained me, Robert de Sable would be dead, and the artifact ours. Surely Al-Mualim will see things my way. I must return to Al-Mualim and tell him of our troubles beneath Solomon's temple.
That man seems to be in a hurry. He's going to hit someone.
And then there's this asshole.
Ah, he returns at last.
Abbas.
Where are the others? Did you ride ahead hoping to be the first one back? I know you are loath to share the glory. Silence is just another form of assent.
Have you nothing better to do?
I bring word from the master. He waits for you in the library. Best hurry. No doubt you're eager to put your tongue to his boot.
Another word and I'll put my blade to your throat.
There'll be plenty of time for that later, brother.
What is he doing? Nonsense.
It is an honor.
The master waits within.
And it's like, see, when you come back, like, the other assassins are like, it is an honor. Like, they welcome you, they greet you, right? That's not gonna last very long. Because you are the elite, like you're the best of the best. Everyone wants to be Altaïr at this point, still.
Altaïr,
Master.
come forward. Tell me of your mission. I trust you have recovered the Templar's treasure.
There was some trouble, Master. Robert de Sable was not alone.
When does our work ever go as expected? It's our ability to adapt that makes us who we are.
This time it was not enough.
What do you mean?
I have failed you.
The treasure?
Lost to us.
And Robert?
Escaped.
Alright, Butter, good night. Thank you.
I send you, my best man, to complete a mission more important than any that has come before. And you return to me with nothing but apologies and excuses.
I did.
Do not speak. Not another word. This is not what I expected. We'll need to mount another force.
I swear to you I'll find him. I'll go in.
No! You'll do nothing. You've done enough. Where are Malik and Kadar?
Dead.
No! Not dead.
Malik?
I still live at least.
And your brother?
Gone. Because of you!
Robert threw me from the room. There was no way back. Nothing I could do.
Because you would not heed my warning! All of this could have been avoided! And my brother would still be alive! Your arrogance nearly cost us victory today.
Nearly?
I've what your favorite failed to find. Here, take it. Though it seems I've returned with more than just their treasure.
Master, we are under attack. Robert de Sable lays siege to Masyaf's village.
So he seeks a battle. Very well. I'll not deny him. Go. Inform the others. The fortress must be prepared. As for you, Altaïr, our discussion will have to wait. You must make for the village. Destroy these invaders. Drive them from our home.
It will be done.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
God, when Altaïr says it will be done, it's like there is no doubt that his enemies are just fucked. Like, it's not like other assassins who are like, oh yes, like, I'll finish the mission. When Altaïr says it will be done, it will be done.
What's happened?
Templars. They attacked the village. Most of our people were able to get away. Most, but not all.
What do you need me to do?
Distract the Templars. Keep them occupied while I rescue those still trapped inside.
As you wish.
Alright, so here's the thing. You don't actually have to fight any of these guys. 2, hidden blade, it's going to tell me to select my sword, and I'm going to not do that because I don't really care so much. I'll jump again over here, and I'll come over here, and I'll back eject over here. Ah, of course. They're going to aggro me right here. Not gonna lie, you sound like the most 18 to 19-year-old guy I know. That's very interesting. I'm 25. Follow me down now, asshole.
Altaïr, come. Al-Mualim's not done with us yet.
Where are we going?
Up there. We've a surprise planned for our guests. Just do as I do. It should become clear soon enough.
God save him. He's gone mad.
Stand on that platform, Altaïr.
And it's like, whenever you see Ancestor's memory synchronized now recording, that's such a creepy and insidious system notification, because that's how you know Abstergo is keeping a very careful eye on what's about to happen. Oops. Malik lives. He survived the attack beneath Solomon's temple and returned to Masyaf with the artifact. Cold comfort this is. It should have been me who stood victorious before our master. I've done the best I can, but many of my brothers have lost their lives today. Still, were it not for me, even more would have fallen. Al-Mualim has signaled a retreat. He must have a plan. I should return to Masyaf at once to learn what he intends.
Heretic! Return what you have stolen from me!
You've no claim to it, Robert. Take yourself from here before I'm forced to thin your ranks further.
You play a dangerous game!
I assure you, this is no game.
So be it! Bring forth the hostage! Your village lays in ruins, and your stores are hardly endless. How long before your fortress crumbles from within? How disciplined will your men remain when the wells run dry and their food is gone?
My men do not fear death, Robert. They welcome it, and the rewards it brings.
Good. Then they shall have it all around.
Follow me, and do so without hesitation.
Show this fool knight what it is to have no fear. Go to God!
Oh, my leg! Ah! Oh, my leg!
Quiet, or the Templars will hear us. I'll stay behind and tend to him. You'll have to go ahead without us. The ropes there will bring you to a trap we've set. Go and release it. Rain death upon our enemies.
And it's like somehow Altaïr does it perfectly because he's a fucking legend. Like, it does all of these little things to kind of show you that Altaïr is just on a completely different level than the average assassin. Alright, so by using side ejects, you can climb this wall a little bit quicker than you expect. Like, you can grab this and side eject here, that's way faster than climbing upward. You can go here, side eject here, that's way faster than doing normal climbs. Right, like this saves like 15 seconds in total, basically, if you do it all perfectly.
You did well to drive Robert from here. His force is broken. It shall be a long while before he troubles us again. Tell me, do you know why it is you are successful? You listened. Were it that you'd listened in Solomon's temple, Altaïr, all of this would have been avoided.
I did as I was asked.
No, you did as you pleased. Malik has told me of the arrogance you displayed, your disregard for our ways.
What are you doing?
There are rules. We are nothing if we do not abide by the Assassin's creed. 3 simple tenets. which you seem to forget. I will remind you. First and foremost, stay your blade.
From the flesh of an innocent. I know.
And stay your tongue, unless I give you leave to use it. If you are so familiar with this tenant, then why did you kill the old man inside the temple? He was innocent. He did not need to die. Your insolence knows no bounds. Make humble your heart, child, or I swear I'll tear it from you with my own hands. The second tenet is that which gives us strength. Hide in plain sight. Let the people mask you such that you become one with the crowd. Do you remember?
Yes, the lore here is based on that real mythology.
Drawing attention before you struck. The third and final tenet. The worst of all your betrayals. Never compromise the Brotherhood. Its meaning should be obvious. Your actions must never bring harm upon us, direct or indirect. Yet your selfish act beneath Jerusalem placed us all in danger. Worse still, you brought the enemy to our home. Every man we've lost today was lost because of you. I am sorry. Truly I am. But I cannot abide a traitor.
I am not a traitor.
Your actions indicate otherwise. And so you leave me no choice. Peace be upon you, Altaïr.
Desmond desynchronizes here because his brain just cannot handle the thought that he got killed.
He's experiencing a far better adoption rate than the other subjects.
I'm still pulling him out. He's been in there way too long.
No, not yet. We're still so far from where we
Lucy
need
says
to
she's
be.
pulling him out.
We shouldn't risk it.
What's another
But
hour
that's
or
because
two?
he desynced
Why don't we
already.
discuss this in the conference room? Give Desmond a minute to stretch his legs.
I really don't see the need.
Warren, please.
Fine.
It's both. This first Animus is very primitive, and Desmond is still very weak.
I don't appreciate your questioning my authority in front of the prisoner. There's a word for that. I believe it's called insubordination.
And I don't appreciate you trying to kill him. There's a word for that, too. I believe it's called stupid.
Lucy, this isn't my decision. I don't set the deadlines, but I'm smart enough not to challenge them. Do you want to wind up like Layla?
I know the accident has everyone on edge.
Which is why there's no time to coddle him.
If you push him too hard, he'll shut down, and then we'll have nothing.
We have nothing now.
But we will. You just need to have a little faith.
AC3's return to Abstergo was earned, and the reason why is because if it never happened, we would have felt cheated. Like, imagine if Desmond Miles never got to kill Vidic. Imagine if Desmond Miles never got to go back to Abstergo and, like, you know, exact revenge and properly, like, go back to this horrible place he was a prisoner in, but now as a badass. Like, it was going to happen, and if it didn't happen, it would have been bullshit. So yes, I would say that was earned. For me. I'm sure people have all kinds of different opinions, but yeah, that was necessary.
We're done for today, Mr. Miles. I suggest you return to your room and get some rest.
And yeah, my favorite detail is how the camera changes to CCTV when you step in the shower. It's so creepy. Yeah, I mean, the reason why we can even see Desmond right here is because of all the cameras everywhere anyway. Babe. Let me smash. Oh wait, Vidic has to go away.
So you're really an assassin? Like Altaïr?
Yes and no.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to be one, but I ran away from the farm when I was 16.
Farm?
Yeah, that's what they call the place where I grew up. The farm. Like Masyaf, I guess. Only not so, creepy. Just a small community in the middle of nowhere. About 30 of us living, you know, off the grid.
Why?
Thought my parents were just crazy hippies trying to stick it to the man, you know? My dad was always going on about our enemies, how they'd be looking for us, how we'd have to be prepared. No one ever came. Nothing ever happened.
Why'd you run away?
I could never leave the compound. You have any idea what it feels like being trapped in a place, knowing there was a whole world out there I'd never get to see?
And see, she can actually relate to that because that's her situation at Abstergo. She was initially sent in as like, you know, a mole or a double agent, but in time, eventually, you know, she had to stay here. She had no choice. Vidic saved her life from like her assailants or whatever, which we will hear in a later conversation between these two characters. And since that point, like, she can't leave this place. She's just fucking stuck here. So she can understand and empathize with Desmond's situation much more than he realizes.
Don't you miss your parents?
No. As far as I'm concerned, they weren't my parents. They were my wardens, and I was their prisoner.
It sounds like they only wanted to protect you.
With all that's happened, I don't know. I guess they were right.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to dredge up the past.
It's all right. Gives me something to think about.
Try and get some sleep. We've got a long day ahead of us tomorrow.
And yeah, Desmond knows quite a lot, but a lot of it is like buried and repressed.
Got a question for you before I turn in.
Sure.
How did they find me? I mean, I haven't been anywhere near another assassin for 10 years.
Use your real name?
Nope. Not before today.
Credit cards?
Cash only.
Telephone?
There's no one to call.
Driver's license?
Motorcycle. Guilty pleasure.
There's your answer. Photo, fingerprint.
This is a drug company. What does Abstergo have to do with the DMV?
Desmond, these guys are everywhere. I'm sorry, I really can't talk about it.
Like, you see how, like, she just gets terrified immediately and opens the door for you to go to sleep? It's like, oh, this is a drug company. Like, what do they have to do with the DMV? But really, Abstergo is, whew, so much more. And they have eyes. Yes, they do. They probably heard all of that.
Damn it, they locked the door.
Throughout this game, you unlock and earn different, you know, different layers of the onion, so to speak, different layers of this facility to explore, but you are ultimately still a prisoner. The only time you are free is when you willfully imprison yourself deeper into the Animus. Because in the Animus, you can soar on the rooftops, you can fly like an eagle. But that's only in your mind. In reality, you're even more restrained, even more tied up, in even deeper bondage when you're in that machine than you are when you're walking around it.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
They give you this interactable to kind of bring your attention to this closet being opened later. Yeah, it's literally your only escape, and it's bad for you. Exactly. There's your Resident Evil fixed camera angle, Kira. Was the modern day ever used in the marketing? It was used in the marketing precisely once. Maybe I can find... No, never mind. I'm not going to do it right now. But yeah. And slowly, very slowly, the bleeding effect is transferring Eagle Vision to him. He has these weird dreams at night and sees these strange flickers, and he has no idea why.
Gotta say, that's a little creepy, Doc. Waking up to you standing over me. You been watching me sleep?
We're always watching you. Now get up. We've got a lot of work to do.
Ooh, wonder who I get to kill today.
Don't be so cavalier. Your ancestors almost had the right idea, Mr. Miles. If the deaths of a few people, evil people, no less, could save the lives of thousands more, well, it seems a small sacrifice.
What do you mean, almost?
They didn't go far enough. To use a rather tired analogy, corruption is no different than cancer. Cut out the tumors, but fail to treat the source and, well, you're buying time at best. There's no true change to be had without comprehensive, systemic intervention.
Chemo for the masses.
Education. Re-education, to be more precise. But it's not easy, and it doesn't always take.
Let me guess. You've got a better solution. What is it then?
Now that would be telling.
He does have a better solution, and it is fucking creepy and terrifying. Because until you learn about those who came before, which by the way he actually mentions in this game, because it doesn't have subtitles, you never realize that it's capitalized, but you can almost hear the capital letters in it when he says it, like, to be true, we don't invent them, we find them. Find them. They're gifts, Mr. Miles, from those who came before. I'm just like, oof, that's spooky.
You can use stealth kills to create a distraction by throwing a knife, pushing somebody off a roof, or performing a stealth assassination.
I am alive. But I saw you stab me. Felt death's embrace.
You saw what I wanted you to see, and then you slept the sleep of the dead, of the womb, that you might awake and be reborn.
To what end?
Do you remember, Altaïr, what it is the assassin fight for?
Peace, in all things.
Warren may well have considered the first civilization to be on Abstergo's side, because both groups, so to speak, were in the business of control and you know, enforcing servitude, right? In that regard, he would have undoubtedly seen parallels. Meanwhile, Aita and Juno actually resent Templars because they are actually too lenient. When you read the QR codes, the sticky notes left around the Abstergo lab in Assassin's Creed 4's modern day, you get all these little messages from Aita, and he's like, oh, like, you are not true Templars, like, you're too soft, like, you should rule with an iron fist, right? And we're gonna come and fuck you up because you're not being as hard on humanity as you should be, kind of. And it's very interesting. Hello, Civ. Did Al-Mualim use the apple to make it look like he killed Altaïr? It's very possible.
Yes, in all things.
Which is actually really interesting, because it suggests that your resistance to illusion is not purely genetic, it's also mental. It's also based on perspective. It's based on personality and the way you process information in your mind. Because think about it this way, at the beginning of the game, Altaïr is very suggestible, right? Like, he's very easy to manipulate because he's just lost everything, which necessarily puts him at a very great power imbalance between him and his master, right? That's why at the beginning of the game, he doesn't see through the apple. That's why at the beginning of the game, Al-Mualim can stab him like that, you know, fake, an illusion, and it actually works on him. But then as you go through the game and Altaïr starts to question Al-Mualim more and more and more, you get to the point where he's like, this is what you wanted me to see? Like, it's just a piece of silver. Like, what am I supposed to feel when I look at this thing? And then you can subtly feel Al-Mualim getting a little scared and a little frustrated because he's like, oh shit, like, it's not working on him anymore. What's going on? Like...
It is not enough to end the violence one man commits upon another. It refers to peace within as well. You cannot have one without the other.
So it is said.
So it is. But you, my son, have not found inner peace. It manifests in ugly ways. You are arrogant and overconfident.
Were you not the one to say that nothing is true and everything is permitted?
You do not understand the true meaning of the phrase, my child. It does not grant you the freedom to do as you wish. It is a knowledge meant to guide your senses. It expects a wisdom you clearly lack.
Then what is to become of me?
I should kill you for the pain you've brought upon us. Malik thinks it only fair. Your life in exchange for his brother's. But this would be a waste of my time and your talents. You'll see you have been stripped of your possessions. Your rank as well. You are a novice. A child once more. As you were on the day you first joined our order. I am offering you a chance at redemption.
And you can see how this becomes like a profoundly abusive relationship, because Al-Mualim is holding all of this power over... What does this do, by the way? I don't even know what I paid for. Well, first of all, it gives you a member badge, and second, you have special emotes that you have access to now. But yeah, you can see how this sets up a very significant power imbalance between teacher and student. Like, Altaïr is basically at this guy's mercy for a while, and he kind of has to do whatever he demands. Otherwise, he's like, oh, I'll just murder you.
Earn your way back into the Brotherhood.
I assume you've something planned.
First, you must prove to me you remember how to be an assassin.
So you'd have me take a life?
Yeah, it does.
No, not yet, at least. For now, you're to become a student once again.
There is no need for this.
Others tracked your targets for you, but no more. From today on, you will track them yourself.
If this is what you wish.
It is.
Then tell me what it is that I must do.
We have been betrayed. Someone was assisting Robert de Sable, one of our own. You must find him and bring him here for questioning.
What can you tell me of the traitor?
Ah, but that's just it. I've given you all I will. The rest is up to you.
I love that, like, oh, that's just it. Like, I've given you all you will. You've been demoted. And it's just all of these things that you've lost. I don't think the gameplay is aged poorly at all. If you were to watch me play, you'll see me pull off some absolutely ridiculous shit. But yeah, I've probably beaten AC1 like around 10 times over the years. Alright, let's get going. So one thing that I kind of want to look at is, and I don't know if this spawns yet. Only 10 times, I expected more, TBH. It might be more. I don't know if this spawns yet.
What a fool!
But if it does, we can pick it up right here. Yes, it does spawn. So this is one flag. It spawns right here. We cannot leap of faith out of here yet. But there's another flag to pick up there. I'll show you later. Oh, that's right. I don't have Catch Ledge anymore. Fuck. I can't do that. I legit have to, like... Ugh. That's fine. So that's another one. If I remember, there's also a few in the back garden. But... I don't know if that's accessible to me. Nope, it is locked. There is another one around here, though. Yep, right there. And I'll also check the other side. Just in case. Don't ask me how I remember all these from memory, by the way. That is a dark legend, and we don't talk about that.
What would cause him to run like that?
Safety and peace, Altaïr.
You're in my way.
Yes, Al-Mualim has asked that I assist you. Remind you how it is we hunt our prey.
I know how it works.
Be that as it may, I have no desire to disobey.
Then be quick.
The Assassin have many tools at their disposal.
Yes, yes. We can eavesdrop, we can pickpocket, or we can use violence to intimidate.
Good, you remember.
So you'd have me walk amongst the others and learn what I can about the traitor?
Yes. Begin by going to the village market. That's where we first spotted the traitor.
You know who it is?
Perhaps.
Then give me a name and let's be done with it.
That's not the way it works. Now go. And remember, begin your search in the village market.
I should be reading memory logs. I have none. Guy whose job it is to guard the parkour in Ninja Castle. Why would he run like that? He could have learned 6 new languages, but he ran out of cerebral storage for the flags. Yeah, dude.
What's got into it?
He's joking. Sif doesn't like new AC. He enjoys the OG games. We hate Assassin's Creed is our like funny way of saying how bad the series has gotten. There's one here. Yeah, please. So the easiest way to eavesdrop on people is to sit on the bench, then first person, and then lock.
Masoon opened the gate. He let the Templars in.
Then you must tell Al-Mualim.
I can't. Masoon did not act alone. Someone inside the fortress helped him.
What makes you say this?
He exchanges letters with someone inside. The basket weaver carries them for him.
That's no reason to stay silent.
Ah, but the weaver delivered him a letter just before the attack. I suspect it held the order to open the gate.
Then speak to the weaver. He can name Masoon's accomplice.
He's disappeared, hiding for fear of being dragged into this.
Probably inside one of his own baskets.
Alright. Well, be that as it may, all of the original people who worked on Assassin's Creed are gone now. Like, all of the big names, quote-unquote. So, no, auteur theory is kind of bullshit, of course. Games aren't made by one person, of course. But when almost the entire group responsible for the particulars of the original games have fled to other studios, that's a problem.
Please, just one. We lost everything in the attack and have no place to store our grain.
I can't right now. I'm busy.
Is this about the letter?
What letter?
The letter you received when I got here. Bad news?
I don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I'll see what I can do, but please, I need to be alone right now. Come back later.
As you wish.
Also a question, do I have something here? A man named Masoon was the one who opened the gate, but he did not act alone. The basket weaver handed him a letter just before the attack on the village. He might know more about Masoon's accomplice. I need to find this basket weaver. Hello, cute cadaver. That's a really cool name. Ashraf is actually the only hope at this point. Kojima AC actually sounds really good. Dude, hell yeah. I would love a Kojima AC. Can you imagine? He would go ham on the modern day shit. So yeah, the idea is you can pickpocket people when they're walking, and if they look behind them, it doesn't matter. They'll never see you. The only time they'll see you is if you try to touch them when they're not moving. Which makes sense. They're not distracted.
Hear the things you said. Look, a traitor. I'm not a traitor. It's Al-Mualim who's betrayed us. You'll see. Soon, all your eyes will be opened to the truth. We stand upon a threshold between this world and a new one. A better place where all might live as equals. But men like Al-Mualim would see this dream destroyed. Today's attack was but the first, and more will follow unless you repent. Give up your wicked ways. Rise up against the madman of Masyaf. See through his lies!
You can actually start beating this guy right here, it doesn't matter.
Enough! I yield! I yield!
Speak quickly then. I've no interest in your games. Why did you betray us? And who do you serve?
We serve the Templars. You should too. Their cause is just.
We?
Jamal. He told me of their plans. Asked me to open the gate.
You betrayed us. We, who called you brother and kept you safe from harm.
I did what I believed was right. And if you must kill me for it, so be it. I am not afraid to die.
Your fate is not for me to decide. It's Al-Mualim who will judge.
Fast-forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Yes, there is an AC Easter egg in Peace
You
Walker.
stand accused of betraying our Brotherhood and opening the way for our enemies. How do you answer to these charges?
I deny nothing. I'm proud of what I did. My only regret is that they failed.
I offer you a chance to repent, to renounce the evil in your heart.
It is not evil in my heart, but truth. I will not repent.
Then you will die. You did well, Altaïr, and have earned the right to carry a blade once more.
What will become of the one who helped him?
It remains to be seen. Some do ill out of ignorance or fear. These men can be saved. Others suffer from corrupted wills, their minds poisoned and twisted. These men must be destroyed. Soon enough, we'll know what sort of man Jamal is.
I've passed your test then. What now?
Oh, my child. We've only just begun. I hold here a list. 9 names adorn it. 9 men who need to die. They are plague bringers, war makers. Their power and influence corrupts the land and ensures the crusades continue. You will find them. Kill them. In doing so, you'll sow the seeds.
Masoon did betray us. He believes Robert's cause is just and is prepared to die for it. I should have cut his throat then and there, but it is not my place to judge the man's fate. I will bring him before Al-Mualim. I will prove to my master that I am a true assassin. I must track the one who betrayed us in Masyaf. A brother of mine suggested I search the marketplace, so this is where I will begin. That's from an earlier one, probably. And you can read the letters as well. Brother, I fear our plans have been discovered and we can no longer meet. Best you disappear before Al-Mualim's men find you. They must not learn of my betrayal or everything we've worked for will be undone. I've left some coin for you near the dead cypress tree. Take it and head for Damascus. Lose yourself amongst the people there. When things have settled, I'll contact you again. As for I cannot leave here knowing Al-Mualim continues to deny the freedom of these people. A new world is coming, one without war, without fear or pain, so I must help them any way I can. You'll probably believe me foolish, but I must remain in Masyaf. I'll be near the center of the village, on the stage, calling out to my brothers and sisters. Maybe I can make them listen. Maybe I can make them understand. May the Father of Understanding guide you. This is the first time in the entire series this quote is used. The music kind of makes it seem like they are the bad guys. That's because in AC1 the assassins are bad guys. They don't become, like, this is technically a corrupt brotherhood. You just don't realize it because, you know, you don't know anything about the series yet. You don't know anything about the world yet. Assassins only become, you know, good aligned again when Altaïr seizes control of the Brotherhood from Al-Mualim at the end of the game. Because think about it, Al-Mualim has Templar goals and ideologies. He's doing all kinds of, like, terrible things. The Masyaf fortress is very, you know, ominous and creepy. And he is, the way he runs the Brotherhood is very like, oh, you know, the Brotherhood above all, you know, like love doesn't matter, etc. Like all of these things that Altaïr basically had to patch, essentially, and update for the future. Like, they're actually evil. in AC1. And it's not until Altaïr kind of, you know, usurps power and takes control, and he realizes, hey, hold on, you know, this is not right. We have to act in a better way. And then he changes things to be more in line with, I suppose, the Hidden Ones. Everybody in Masyaf is raised as an assassin, right? Yes, they are. Or at least everyone in, like, the inner circle. There are people who live in, like, the lower village and stuff that don't really know much about the inner workings of the assassins. They just know that they exist, and they're like, oh, we are protected by them. And in this game, I believe they also pay taxes, and also, like, quite horrible taxes, by the way. And in the time period when Abbas controls the Brotherhood, they also pay pretty awful tributes and taxes, and, you know, the people get terrorized and shit like that.
It's a peace, both for the region and for yourself. In this way, you might be redeemed.
9 lives in exchange for mine.
A most generous offer, I think. Have you any questions?
Only where I need begin.
Very well. Ride for Damas. Seek out the black market merchant named Tamir. Let him be the first to fall. Be sure to visit the city's assassin bureau when you arrive. I'll dispatch a bird to inform the Rafik of your arrival. Speak with him. You'll find he has much to offer.
If you believe it best.
I do. Besides, you cannot begin your mission without his consent.
What nonsense is this? I don't need his permission.
It's a waste of time. Does that sound familiar? It should. Remember every player who's like, oh man, like, this game is so repetitive. Oh, it's wasting my time. It's so boring and you're doing the same stuff. Oh, it takes so long. Ugh. Exactly. Exactly. That's exactly what Altaïr is saying right here. He's like, I don't need their permission. It's a waste of time. Think about it. What's he referring to? He doesn't want to do the investigations. It pisses him off.
It's the price you pay for the mistakes you've made. You answer not only to me...
But it's not a problem. It's a deliberate decision. If you don't like that deliberate artistic decision, that is perfectly valid. That is absolutely fine. More power to you.
But all the Brotherhood as well now.
So be it.
Take your equipment and go. Prove.
And also, like, you're not supposed to like it. It's not supposed to be... Because if you enjoyed it, but he was pissed off at it, there would be a dissonance there. It would clash, and it wouldn't fit, you know?
But you are not yet lost to us.
This game is really meta, and they've never really done anything like it again. Katana Zero does stuff like this, and that's why I love it so much. Is there any way you could do this marathon with Patrice Désolé? Oh, he probably doesn't even know who I am, man. Alright, so we have Hidden Blade, which is very, very important.
He better not cause any trouble.
Altaïr, it seems my students do not fully understand
Crimson.
what it is to wield the blade. Perhaps you could show them what you know.
This is also irritating, because Altair's like, I have no fucking time to do this shit.
You must be busy. I understand.
Your life ends now.
You must be busy. I understand. Such wild swings will give your enemy an opening and send you to an early death.
Alright, so right now we do not have counter, which means our primary means of eliminating people is going to be throw them at a wall or a floor and stab them with this. I wish that AC would go back to some mindfuck stuff again. Dude, same. It's godlike. I love schooling people in the training ring. Current developers, yes. Developers at the time of its creation, definitely not.
He's going to run into someone.
Leo, is the hidden blade insta-kill timing different than the sword? Every weapon has a different counter-kill timing. Every single weapon. The shorter your weapon, the more difficult it is to time. The closer to your face the enemy weapon has to get. In fact, hidden blade timing is so tight that there are still people that don't realize you can actually counter with it. Because they just assume it's impossible. But it's not. It's very possible.
Selecting the hidden blade during fight will allow you to quickly dispatch an enemy you've thrown to the ground.
Wow, look, they gave us the exact tip that we're gonna be using.
Whoa.
A haystack on the floor or a haystack in a wooden wagon? A haystack in a wooden wagon. Okay, so it's gonna like make us climb this as a mandatory viewpoint. There's actually a memory wall that you don't see in the distance because I haven't gotten close enough to it. And yes, JB is correct. If you actually go over here, this was supposed to be like a mission or a memory or a quest. But it got cut. And where is it? He's back here somewhere. I'm gonna have to sink and jump back off and come back. But yeah, that's Jamal. He's the actual, you know, traitor. And he's in red and you can kill him and it doesn't do anything. But it's just personal satisfaction. He didn't escape. He's gonna be there forever. Does AC1 have a frame rate cap? It has an effective frame rate cap. Because if you start running it over a certain FPS, you will actually die when doing leaps of faith. And yes, he's right outside the gates of Masyaf. I just can't go back because there's a memory wall in my way. But now it should be clear. So we're gonna go over here. I don't even know why I'm doing this, just to show it off, I guess. It's one of these guys. There he is. It's him.
Oh, pay for your sins! Give up! You've nowhere to run!
And I'm not gonna be compromising the Brotherhood so that guy can scream all he wants. We're just gonna kind of... tell you much of value, so just follow the stones. It's better. Faster, easier. Sorry, ma'am.
I'm not
Yeah, so far so good. Yeah, whatever. The stream is stuttering. Did you know? I bet you do. Every unsynchronized viewpoint has an eagle flying around it. Yes. That's how you discover unsynced viewpoints without HUD. Okay, cool. I am using OBS, yeah. I'm using Streamlabs, which is basically the same thing. I am not gonna kill all Templars. I'll kill them if I happen to see them, though.
Use the action view to gather information about your surroundings.
Concerning. I think it's actually just other people in my house using internet. Damn, that's abysmal. Yeah, it's not the game, it's internet. Oh, do I have to save this first guy? I wonder. Yeah, you do. You have no choice.
Help! I need help! Please, anyone!
Weha.
Down! Infidel! Die!
My internet. Yeah, I'll try.
Is that the last of them? I hope so. Still, best not to take any chances. I'll hurry home. Don't think I'll leave it again anytime soon, either. You've done me a kindness, young man. Be assured, I won't forget it. Who could have done such a thing?
Good day, my friend. If there's anything I can help you with, anything at all, you're tired of never finding anything useful at the other merchants?
Are we back, by the way? I wonder.
Something caught your eye? You, sir. You look like you need something. You'll find it here. I'm sure of it. Come, have a look. You won't be disappointed.
I don't understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Maybe we're just really, really unlucky today.
You'll find everything here, my friend.
Which would be a shame. Like, is there just nothing I can do about that? Alright.
When will he stop acting?
You'll find everything here. People, your has come to an end. You want anywhere else?
Is he running from someone?
Come see what I have to offer. Now, today only. I decided to reduce prices on everything. Come, come. The Chinese everywhere. What?
Don't worry, the stutters don't affect audio. Okay, well, at least that's fine. It's not like great, but if you're in here for the commentary, you know, at least you'll be fine with that. Hey, what's the matter, you, Leo? I'm alright. Alright. Let me see if I remember what I'm actually looking for.
Make no mistake. Like what you see? We are fighting for. Come, have a look. You won't item anywhere else. I swear it. Have anything anyone could possibly need.
Hello, Lori.
Come see what I have to offer.
You're racist. Really? This is what you guys are doing? And yes, some of the footage was recorded and edited by us. And I think we have a chance to improve it some more, actually. Which is very exciting. Jump and bump skips their dialogue. It's a speedrun trick.
What? Who's done this? Tell me. Damn fool must be out of his mind.
Do you understand?
Yes. I am to deliver the letter to your merchant friend.
And you know who to see?
The same man as always.
Do not think to betray my presence in this city. We have many eyes, many ears.
And many arms, yes. Good for silencing those who say too much. I know this well. You have my word.
Good. Then be quick about it. Time is short.
What do you want?
Okay, he's walking, we can grab. Nice, done. Now we can read this, because it's fun. So many weapons, enough for near 1,000 men, and it's the smiths of Suk al-Salah who will prepare them. When this job is done, I must learn what I can of the one who's financed this endeavor. Brother Tamir, the time has come to prepare another shipment. I know that this is no small thing I ask, but be assured, your dedication will be rewarded. We'll need enough for at least 1,000 men, so the support of the Merchant Guild is critical if you wish to deliver on time. I trust you know how best to persuade them, and who to see should you require additional coin. Let us hope he has not yet spent it all on another of his lavish parties. They're talking about the Merchant King, Abul Nukud. Contact me when your work in Suk al-Sila is done, and we'll arrange for its distribution to our men. May the Father of Understanding guide you. R. Potentially Robert. Wrong accent if it was Robert. I'm going to go talk to the Bureau before I finish all investigations because it gives you extra dialogue and like I just love the lore. It's all juicy and lovely and nice.
We are fighting for. The infidel king would see us all
Excuse me, fellow.
out of his mind.
Excuse me, I said.
We must push back.
Rule of thumb, I am always doing the accent. Ladders are a socially acceptable way to reach a rooftop. Also, did you know that if you hold high profile on these, you always go straight to ground level, like you just parkour down? Straight up, it's like a proper mechanic. The game never teaches it to you.
He would surely spoil. What is he doing? That should have been the end of this tale and the poor man's life. But fate intended
Oh, there's another one here.
otherwise.
See? High profile, you always go down to street level. And you will never take damage by running off a roof den. They're all placed at an appropriate height that you won't take damage.
It seemed there were none in Jerusalem who wanted what
How do
he
you do
had.
the landing? How do I do what
Fruits and
landing?
vegetables from nearby farms. Was just before Hattin. The Saracens were low on
All you
food
have to
and
do
he
is just run off the
kingdoms
edge.
we
That's
supply.
it. Without holding sprint, just jog off the edge. And these are only found in the poor district of Damascus. Nowhere else in the game, only here. Because I guess cannonballs have hit them. Also, this is Optimus Prime. Like, straight up, this is an Optimus Prime Easter egg. It's not a coincidence. It's deliberate, and I think that's hilarious. I don't know if you guys knew about that. Yeah, there's a lot of little hidden things, you know? Hey.
Without peer. None know the man better than I. Come close. Hear the tale I have to tell.
How many freaking Optimus are in the game?
Without peer.
Many.
Tamir drove a caravan in those days between Damas and Jerusalem. But recent business had been poor.
I'm gonna grab this viewpoint real quick because I'm feeling it.
Wanted what he had. Fruits and vegetables from nearby farms. Tamir drove a caravan in those days between Damas and Jerusalem. It seemed there were none in Jerusalem
All right,
who wanted
this
what
herald
he
is gonna
had.
catch these
Fruits
hands.
and vegetables from nearby farms. Some say, were it not for Tamir, Salah ad-Din's men would have surely turned on him. Could be we won the battle because of that man.
There's a thug here, which is why I'm not punching this guy immediately. I want to get him out of range of this guy. Yeah, that's right, keep walking. Guards will never aggro you during a fist fight, but other thugs will. And Altaïr is not a very good fist fighter in this game. So we're gonna open by throwing this guy into a wall because that does the most damage. Are you for real right now? Alright.
You seem to know quite a bit about Tamir. Tell me what he's planning.
I know only the stories I tell, nothing more.
A pity. There's no reason to let you live if you've nothing to offer in return.
Wait! There is one thing.
Continue.
He is preoccupied as of late. He oversees the production of many weapons.
What of it? They're meant for Salah ad-Din. This does not help me, which means it does not help you.
That is my favorite interrogation quote in the game. How badass do you have to be to say something like that? Just, this does not help me, which means it does not help you. Oof. Just, when you hear that, that's how you know you're gonna die. Like, I love it.
No, stop, listen! Not Salah ad-Din. They're for someone else. The crests these arms bear, they are different, unfamiliar. It seems Tamir supports another, but I know not who.
Is that all?
Yes. I've told you everything I know.
Then it's time for you to rest.
Shame. Fucking wrecked. No, see, I don't want to be with Altaïr, I want to be Altaïr. Like, when people think of me, they think of this character. Straight up.
What is he doing? Understand what he's trying to accomplish.
Okay, we can go shank weapons merchant now. The Baba Yaga of the Third Crusade. He once killed 9 Templars in the Holy Land. With a wrist knife. With a fucking wrist knife! Who the fuck can do that? People take catch ledge for granted so much. Honestly, same. I want it. I miss it. That was kind of hilarious.
Altaïr, it is good to see you, and in one piece. You as well, friend. I am sorry for your troubles. Think nothing of it. A few of your brothers were here earlier, in fact. Oof, if you'd heard the things they said.
Oh my god, Ghost Leader, that's actually genius. Because the horse is both vehicle and beloved pet. It makes sense. Now we need to see Altaïr kill someone with a book. He's the man you sent to kill the fucking boogeyman.
I'm certain you'd have slain them where they stood. It's quite all right. Yes, you've never been one for the creed, have you? Is that all? I'm sorry. Sometimes I forget my...
I don't know, he says things like Tamahal and Wayhak and shit like that. And I don't know what most of it actually means. I think another one he says is like Rdoha alay, right? Like, I don't know what they mean, but they sound badass.
Masyaf,
I have played all the Infamous games.
A man named Tamir. Al-Muallim takes issue with the work he does. I meant to end it.
I trust you have searched the area to better understand your enemy.
Yes. Here's what I've learned. Tamir rules over the Souk el-Salah. He makes his fortune selling arms and armor, and is supported by many in this endeavor. Blacksmiths, traders, financiers. He's the single largest death dealer in the land.
And have you devised a way to rid us of this blight?
A meeting is being arranged at Souk el-Salah to discuss an important sale. They say it's the largest deal Tamir has ever made. He'll be distracted with his work. That's when I'll strike.
Your plan seems solid enough. I give you leave to go. Let Al-Muallim's will be done.
Whoa, what happened to his face? Are you okay? Buddy. You know what? I'm not gonna ask.
Fast forwarding memory to a more recent one.
Oof. Desmond, you gotta lay off that stuff, man. Well, Did you know that if you go back in here, you can actually talk to these guys?
Friend. Is something wrong? Has Tamir been delayed? Has he left the city?
Everything is fine, Rafiq.
Ah, I see. Then why return so soon? Wait, do not answer. It is not for me to question your ways. I am certain no matter how strange your approach to this task, you will succeed. I know you can follow the creed. You just need to be a little less aggressive.
I love that. I know you can follow the creed. You just need to be a little less aggressive. It's great.
Speaking of which, when did you intend to complete this task? Being stripped of your rank must have been an embarrassing experience.
Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that! Dirty thief, I'll have your hand for that!
Oh man, you haven't seen Brutal on Alta. No, I landed on the chest. Fuck this thing.
Someone should stop him before he hurts himself.
You seem to know exactly what you want me. I like that in a customer. I have many things, too many things.
Deleting enemies in this game is an art. I remember that. Oh my god. I remember that. That was a Lang quote from eons ago. Or at least always killed them in daylight. Which makes sense because in daylight is when all the people are outside and you need people in order to sneak around, right?
If you just have a look.
I have no interest in your calculations. The numbers change nothing. Your men have failed to fill the order, which means I have failed my client.
We need more time.
This is the excuse of a lazy or incompetent man. Which are you?
Neither.
What I see says otherwise.
Altaïr was an
tell me,
assassin.
What do you intend to do to solve this problem of ours? These weapons are needed now.
Hashashin or
I see no
Assassiyun,
solution.
to be
The men
precise.
work day and night, but your client requires so much, and the destination. It is a difficult route.
Would that you could produce weapons with the same skill as you produce excuses.
I have done all I can.
It is not enough.
Then perhaps you ask too much.
Too much?
I gave you everything. Without me, you would still be charming serpents for coin. All I asked in return was you fill the orders I bring you, and you say I ask too much? You dare disrespect me?
Peace, Tamir. I meant no insult.
Then you should have kept your mouth shut.
No!
All of the Templars in this game are horrible people.
I'm just getting started.
No! Stop!
You came into my souk, stood before my men, and dared to insult me?
Nice! And the water turns red.
No. Leave the body. Let this be a lesson to the rest of you. Think twice before you tell me something cannot be done.
Worst Templar in the game? Garnier de Naplouse, hands down. Oh, maybe Majdadin.
No, you don't understand. I have nothing.
Pathetic. Absolutely pathetic. Where did you learn your craft?
Good day, my friend. If there's anything I can help you with.
Be at peace.
You'll pay for this. You and all your kind.
It seems you're the one pays now, my friend. You'll not profit from suffering any longer.
You think me some petty death dealer, suckling at the breast of war? A strange target, don't you think? Why me, when so many others do the same?
You believe yourself different, then?
Oh, but I am. For I serve a far nobler cause than mere profit. Just like my brothers.
Brothers?
Ah, but he thinks I act alone. I am but a piece.
Garnier is bad on like an individual level to that one particular
You'll
person,
come to know the others soon enough.
but
They won't take kindly
Majdadin
to
literally
what
just
you've done.
kills and rapes and
Good.
tortures
I
people
look
for
forward to
fun.
ending their lives as well.
At least Garnier does it for a reason.
It will destroy you, child.
So it's a bit of a toss-up, really. It's time to get the fuck out, by the way.
Give up! You've nowhere to run! Stop him!
No, I fucked up my hide spot. It's here.
I'll have your hand for that!
Aw, it didn't work.
Word has reached me of your victory, Altaïr. You have my gratitude and my respect.
Thank you.
It is a shame that the other assassins continue to hold you in such poor regard.
Rafik, I do not care what the others think of me.
As you wish, Altaïr. You should bring news of your victory to Al-Malim. I'm certain he has more work for you to do.
City bells ring because a major person has been killed. Imagine if someone, like, walked up to Chris Evans and shot him tomorrow. Like, it's like that. Or, like, if someone... Well, no, that's a bad example because he's actually a great guy. I was just pulling celebrities and he's the first one that came to my mind for some reason. Who's, like, a famous person who's an asshole? Like... I don't know.
Out of the machine, Mr. Miles.
What's the matter, Doc?
Yeah.
Miss Stillman.
Imagine if someone shot Trump tomorrow, like in the street. The equivalent of city bells would be ringing, regardless of whether or not the person was actually detected. Like...
Once again, insisting I let you rest.
Alright, we got dialogue. We're gonna let this guy walk away. Ah, yes. Mr. Ubisoft. Also, damn, the circuits on this machine look good. Yo, you got RGB LEDs on that? Yeah, eh? We're not gonna read emails.
So, feel like telling me who put the stick up his ass?
We have a deadline. 1 week. Well, 6 days now.
Deadline?
I can't talk about it.
Man, put yourself in my shoes. I'm being held hostage by a group of scientists, at least I think you're scientists, and forced to spend all day in some crazy-ass machine. You won't tell me what you're looking for or why you want it, but I'm supposed to be thanking you for keeping me alive. This is so fucked.
Demonetized.
Sorry, but it is.
You're right, Desmond, it's okay.
Let's see, I don't know. Maybe give me some answers?
I can't. And it's better this way. Safer.
Safer for who?
Both of us.
Hey, you know what? I've got a question I think you can actually answer.
What's up?
Why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future?
The future?
Yeah, I mean the present.
It's already begun. That should fucking scare you. He's like, why is it that sometimes the guys in there talk like they're from the future? And then she's like, the future? That's scary. That should freak you out. Because the bleeding effect has already, like, gotten itself into his brain. He's already treating his Animus simulation as, like, his default time period. And that is a big no-no. You should not be doing that.
Now, today, whatever.
You've probably noticed that English has become the official language of the Holy Land.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
The Animus is translating speech it deems vital into more modern English, so expect a few anachronisms. I could probably make it more authentic, but... You ever read Chaucer?
Who?
Yeah, definitely not for you.
Can you tell me more about Abstergo? What goes on here? Beyond the whole keeping me prisoner thing.
Abstergo is one of the largest pharmaceutical companies in the world. Their primary focus is antidepressants. There's some information on the computer over there.
But you already said this isn't about testing a drug. So what's the deal?
I don't like where this is going.
So it's safe to assume the Animus is not a part of their public face.
What, you haven't seen the commercials?
Oh my god. She has a sense of humor.
I'm sorry, Desmond. I've got a lot of work to do. Like I said, if you want to know more about the company, take a look at the computer. The telecommunications stuff is particularly interesting.
Lucy be like, I'll give you my Instagram password, BBXOXO. Yeah, of course Abstergo focuses on antidepressants. Anything to keep that capitalism running. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Man, I can't even change my clothes.
Are the stealth statuses different in this game from Ezio games? Yes, they are. Stealth works completely differently in AC1 than it does in every subsequent game.
Let's go, Mr. Miles. Time's wasting.
Where's Lucy?
Oh, don't worry. She'll be with us soon enough.
Yeah, exactly. Laurie's right. This is a horror game disguised as a stealth game.
Why are you doing all this, Doc? What are you hoping to accomplish?
You turned the television on lately? Read the newspaper?
Never cared much for that stuff.
Then, let me sum it up for you. The world's a mess. It's pathetic, really. You've seen it firsthand yourself. 1,000 years between you and your ancestor, and society remains just as barbaric, just as stupid.
And your point is?
Order, Mr. Miles. The world needs order. That is what we're working towards, and that is what you're helping us to achieve.
You expect me to believe you're building a better tomorrow?
That's exactly what we're doing. The human race calls out for direction. They want to know why they're here, what they're meant to do. Well, we're going to tell them. And once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better.
That's so fucking freaky. Like, once they understand how to live their lives, everything will be better. Oh, I'm sure it will, Mr. Brave New World motherfucker.
Better how?
An end to all conflicts, large and small. Isn't that what you assassins strive for? Peace in all things?
I told you, I'm not an assassin.
Right.
I still don't see where I fit into things.
In time, Mr. Miles. In time, you'll understand. Or you won't. I don't care either way, as long as you show us where it is.
Where what is?
Sorry I'm late. Ready to go?
Yes, we are.
There's something here, but our eyes can't see it. There's something here, but our mind
Lay
can't
back.
understand it.
We'll take care of the rest.
When you are exposed, use sharp turns or climb over buildings to break your pursuer's line of sight.
You've done well, Altaïr, and I'm confident that this is but the first of many successes.
Tamir spoke as if he knew you well. He implied my work had a larger meaning.
Significance comes not from a single act, but the context within which it is performed. The consequences born of it.
Then is there more I need to know?
Altaïr, your greatest failure was born of knowing too much. If I choose to withhold information, it is only to ensure you do not make the same mistake a second time.
I see.
No, you don't.
And it will remain this way until you've learned your lesson. Still, you have performed competently, and as such I restore a rank and will return a piece of your equipment. Go now, either to Akka or Jerusalem. There are men in both cities who require your attention. The Bureau leaders can tell you more about what needs to be done.
Or we have counter, now everything in the game dies in one hit. If we have good timing. Which we probably won't. Not all the time. There are 2 flags in here? So memory block 3 tomorrow? Yes, memory block 3 tomorrow. I'll do 2 a day, let's say. I think that's fair. We'll do memory block 2 today, and then we will do 3 and 4 tomorrow. 4 is very long. Yeah, you're right. So maybe just 3. Maybe just 3. You already did memory block 2. Wait, I did? No way. I just killed one guy. Leo, mind commenting on who these women are in the garden? Okay, so in the original Hashashin myth or whatever, the idea was that young men would be drugged with hashish and like wake up in a beautiful garden. Just high out of their minds. Completely fucked, right? And they would wake up and they'd be surrounded by beautiful women in a very, temperate, lovely garden. And the master of the assassins would appear and be like, I'm God, you died and went to heaven. All of these women and all of this power and all of this comfort can be yours if you kill for me. And don't worry about dying because you're already dead. You're already in heaven. So Hashashin would just throw their lives away and kill their targets in broad daylight and not give a damn about living or dying. And yeah, it was basically like a suicide killer cult in reality. And yeah, that's what you see when Desmond first starts out in the Animus. He's surrounded by a bunch of faceless women in this garden, and he has no idea what's going on, and he's close to like desynchronization. It's tough to say. I think they're pretty free. Like, they're here because they presumably want to be here. And yeah, free aim is pointless on the AC3 remaster. Alright, we're in memory block 3. Damn. So I guess I have to stop today. That's almost kind of sad. I wonder what we should do. Don't burn yourself out by doing too much. I probably can't burn out from this game. Hearing people talk about AC1 like this restores my soul. But yeah, I could play something else if you guys are up for that. I could play something else. Like, I could stop here, because it is supposed to be a marathon. It's not supposed to be a sprint. It's supposed to be, you know, iconoclasts. Would you like to see iconoclasts? I know that people have been curious about that game because I've been talking about it a lot. I do not have DMC5 installed at the moment, but I would be down to play Iconoclasts or Katana Zero. I think I would actually love to show people Katana Zero. You gush so much about it, yeah. Will you play Dishonored? I will play Dishonored eventually. I'm waiting for Lori to finish Dishonored 1, so then I can play that, because I don't want her to get spoiled. But yeah, right now it's kind of like, yeah, I don't know. It's like a cross between Iconoclasts and Katana Zero. I'm kind of leaning toward Katana Zero because I gushed about that game like months ago when I first played it. It's not just Assassin's Myth, it's how heaven looked like for Muslims. Right, yep, exactly. That's where Al-Mualim or Hassani Sabah took that idea from, in fact. Do Katana Zero. Okay, perfect. We're doing Katana Zero. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Woo!